In a world permeated with barbecue websites under the control of tyrannical administrators, there was one man, a one-man army. He broke all the rules. He allowed his members to speak out, give their opinions, and make the website what it is today. Get ready for Greg Rempe and the Barbecue Central Show.
Live from Cleveland, Ohio, it's the Barbecue Central Show.
It's the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio. Very good Tuesday evening to you wherever you may be. Hope you're doing well. I'm Greg Rempe. Happy to have you aboard here tonight. Got kind of a great show. Hopefully a great show lined up for you tonight. So before we get into anything, let me go ahead and give you your contact information. If you want to call into the show tonight, do so at 216-220-0966. That's 216-220-0966. If you don't want to call in, you can certainly submit email at this address, bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. That's bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. That's the way you want to get a hold of me. Feel free to do one, both, or neither. You can certainly just listen to the show and appreciate the excellent information given out during the course of these next 50 minutes. Anything to do with live fire cooking, we'll cover it. So if there's a topic you want to hit on, if you have something you want to talk about and you know it, go ahead, dial in, or shoot me an email. We can go from there. You can always keep up on top of what's happening in the world of barbecue and grilling by going to the website, thebarbecuecentral.com. Perhaps you have your email client up right now. Perhaps you know friends and neighbors that like to grill, like to barbecue, like to eat your grilled food and barbecue. Go ahead and send them an email. Let them know you're listening to the Barbecue Central Show right now. Give them the link, latalkradio.com. Let them know that you're a Centralite and that you would like them to become a Centralite as well. The show rapidly growing, the number one show on LA Talk Radio in its weekly version. Or at least in my mind it is. I'm sure Sam could confirm or deny that. Also, if you've missed a show here on LA Talk Radio, fear not. You can hit the Barbecue Central Show badge on the homepage of LA Talk Radio. That'll bring you to the bio page of the Barbecue Central Show. There's a entire list of all the archive shows. In case you've missed a show here or there, you can go ahead and either download it right to your computer, switch it to an MP3 player if you're so inclined, or you can stay on the LA Talk Radio homepage and you can hit the little play button in the archive, and that will flash stream it right there. You can listen to it live in its recorded form. Do one or both. You can also, if you're an iPodder and you use iTunes to get your shows, you can go to the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio and iTunes under the podcast section. All shows are uploaded there as well. That's done by me. So if you like the iTunes more than anything else, you can certainly get the show there as well. And that's what you want to do. Again, 216-220-0966, the number to call in. Or you can email at bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. All right, here's how the show is setting up tonight. We'll have a third segment interview right around the 9:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time hour mark. And we'll be joined by Fred Bernardo of Fred's Music and BBQ.com. Fred is not only the newest advertiser on the Barbecue Central Show here on LA Talk Radio, but he's a big retailer of pretty much anything that has to do with barbecue and grilling. He has a retail shop in Shillington, Pennsylvania, but you can find him on the internet at fredsmusicandbbq.com. Big green eggs, gas grills, charcoal grills, a number of other Kamado or ceramic style type cookers, although they are eggheads over there, self-professed. Rubs, sauces, marinades, cookbooks, wood chunks, wood chips, tools. So we'll talk to him tonight in specific about 3 of the top-selling accessories that go with the Big Green Egg. We'll also talk to him about the new tools that Steven Reichlin has available that he just got his hands on that he will now be retailing to the general public. And we'll also get a recipe of his. So if you have a Big Green Egg, if you have a question about it, if you have a question about an accessory or a modification that you would like to make, there is no bigger expert as far as retail of parts and accessories than Fred. Feel free to call in at 924 or between 924 and 934. We'll mix in a phone call here or there, and he'll give you all the information that you need to know as far as accessories. If you have an issue with your Big Green Egg, what you can do to potentially fix it, get it going, or perhaps make it a little bit more efficient for you. So look for that third segment, 924 to 934 this evening on Tuesday. Last segment, of course, Barbecue Password for your chance to win a 2-pack of PD River Swamp Sauce. PD River Swamp Sauce can be purchased at swampsauce.com. And as I've been saying here over the last number of weeks, PD River Swamp Sauce was the winner of the Barbecue Central show's, or the Barbecue Central Forum's barbecue sauce contest last year. We're going to be starting to gear up for another round of barbecue sauce contest here in 08, as we're quickly and rapidly coming to a close. So we'll see if he can double up on that. That would certainly be an impressive win. So be sure to tune in. The last segment of the show, again, you're calling in 216-220-0966 for that. And we'll do either barbecue password or perhaps I'll just say caller number X calls in and wins. We'll see what kind of mood I'm in towards the end of the show. A few things I want to mention right off the top. Notice, if you're on the LA Talk Radio homepage, and I should probably look here to make sure, Sam said that he would change the call-in number to the one that I've just mentioned about 10 times because no matter how gracious and how supportive the Centralites are here to the show, they refuse to listen to me and refuse to listen to the number that I give out 50 times a show to call in, and they say they called the 818 number on the homepage of LA Talk Radio, and I never picked up. Yeah, that's because I'm here in Cleveland, and 818 is, if you do an area code search, right there in Los Angeles, California, where the main studio is, which is not where I am. So that should be up there, and I will check that over the break and see if it is. If not, again, the number is 216-220-0966. We got an open segment coming up next, so if you want to talk about a recent guest, last week we had Gary Vaynerchuk on talking about wine. We had Myron Mixon on a few weeks before that. We've had Dr. Barbecue Ray Lampe on. Just a series of guests. If you have any questions about grilling or barbecue or about a method or if such and such is cheating or if you're in competition and you think you've been getting jobbed out the last number of competitions by biased judges, if you have issues about garnish and if it should be there or if it shouldn't be in the box, whatever, we'll cover all of those issues. Next segment, I have thoughts on any and or all of those. So feel free to call in or email 216-220-0966, bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. Stand by. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio.
Going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at Fred's Music and BBQ.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries every single part and accessory for the egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Then check out our full lineup of Traeger smoker grills. Fred also carries Pro Q Barbecue, Bradley, and Weber smokers, as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new cooker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue and grilling experience a success. Fred is a direct retailer of companies that sponsor the Barbecue Central show, like Wolf Rub Barbecue Seasonings and the folks at the Barbecue Guru. But you can also get your hands on a full lineup of spices, rubs, and sauces to marinades, accessories, love charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools by Steven Reichlin of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbb.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful downtown Chillington, Pennsylvania.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker, Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tall Boy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at TheBarbecueGuru.com. That's www.TheBBQGuru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue and grilling product on the market, with its unmatched capabilities and flexibility that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can literally cook any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. The Big Green Egg lights fast, and it's ready to cook on within 10 minutes, and no need for that yucky lighter fluid. The ceramic walls retain heat with an accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And since the top is down while you're cooking, there are no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, unique, and decorative design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the world-class customer service and the lifetime warranty that goes along with every unit. You can find out more about the Big Green Egg by visiting their website at biggreenegg.com. That's biggreenegg.com. The Big Green Egg, the most versatile and unique barbecue and grilling product on the market.
What's the one thing that the most successful competition barbecue cooking teams in catering business have in common? They all go to Patrick Carlson and Hotspot Graphics for their logos. And you can too by visiting bbqlogos.com, where you can get a custom-made logo for your barbecue competition cooking team or catering business. Each logo is made to order with original artwork created from initial concept sketch to final logo. Hit Patrick up at bbqlogos.com or call him at 229-247-4601. bbqlogos.com.
Hey, this is Helen Paradise from SoCal, and you are listening to the Barbecue Central Show.
Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio.
Welcome back. LA Talk Radio, the Barbecue Central Show on your Tuesday evening. Happy to have you aboard. Go ahead, send out emails to all your friends, buddies, and neighbors. Send them the link, latalkradio.com. Tell them the Barbecue Central Show is on right now, and they should jump aboard. They'll be all the better for it. 216-220-0966, the number to call in. bbqcentralradio at gmail.com. Chris from Seatown just asking if Stephen Reichlin will be on tonight. Obviously, since I just went over what will be happening on the show and he was not mentioned, perhaps small deduction skills would tell you that, no, he will not be on the show tonight. Of course, and I must come clean, he was scheduled to reappear tonight, although due to a scheduling conflict on his part, he was not going to be able to be by telephone here at the 9 o'clock hour to do at least one or two segments with him tonight. So, that being said, we have rescheduled for next week, and what can I tell you? We'll see what shakes out. I'll shoot him an email Monday morning of next week just to remind him, and I'm sure everything will finally work out. A little bit of chasing going on, but certainly the interview, when it happens, will be worth it. He's got a new book coming out that we'll be talking about. He's got a new TV show, new station, new theme, although I've yet to see it here in Cleveland, called Primal Grill. Certainly a departure from what he was doing on PBS at the Greenbrier. We'll certainly talk to him about that as well, what transpired, why they parted company, if there was any acrimony between the two when they split, so forth, so on. So we'll be looking for Stephen Reichlin next weekend. Week after that, Teddy Reeder, one of the biggest names in barbecue in America's hat, America Junior, Canada. They got a medal, didn't they? They get a medal? Yeah, they've got a medal in the Olympics. Don't worry about it. Written a number of cookbooks, has, I think, three signature series grills that he's working on with a grill manufacturer called Napoleon, which is kind of a higher-end grill. He's got a new line of rubs and spices and planks that will be coming. So certainly, and he's been on Regis and Kelly a number of times cooking, and he's certainly an encyclopedia of knowledge when it comes to his personality as well. So that interview should be good. And then, of course, I believe the week after that, if not 2 weeks after that, Ray Lampe will be coming on to talk a little bit more about his tailgating book, which I believe is now out for sale. I have an advanced copy, so I can tell you firsthand, if you can get by this book, if you can buy it right now, get your hands on it. There's a lot of great basic stuff, and then there's it ranges from simple all the way up to the very intricate type things, depending on what your variants of grilling and barbecuing expertise is. It's good for all ages, pretty much. All right, so let's go ahead. Just got a question from a guy named Bill asking me about music and barbecue. And it's funny you mention that because there was a post on the Barbecue Central forum, which can be found at thebarbecuecentral.com. The Barbecue Central forum, there was a post or a thread started by a guy by the name of Smokin' You, who is down in Columbus, Ohio, actually. And he wrote, "What are the best blues and Q tunes?" And then he was potentially thinking that I would collect all of these tunes and then make a CD in order to sell as like some type of Barbecue Central soundtrack. Of course, that never is going to happen because I don't feel like being sued. He starts out by saying, "You never even call me by my name" by David Allan Coe. I certainly can't disagree with that. Anything with the DAC is all right by me. For what's it? Long-Haired Redneck should be on there too. Love that song. Let's see. Then there were a few other B.B. King, of course, Stevie Ray Vaughan, ZZ Top. Pretty much no in-specific tunes talking about that, but those guys play great tunes. Another guy throwing in some Stevie Ray Vaughan. Also, Gary Moore plays some mean blues as well. Toby Keith talking about that. Too Much Barbecue by Finney, Big Twist and the Mellow Fellows. Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, Robert Johnson by Scotty DeQ. Rombo 50 says Travis Matt, Barbecue and Drink a Few. Van Broussard, Kidnapper. Zydeco Playboys, Chicken on the Run. 4A Tradition, We're going to do the Butt Thang. Bob Marley, One Love. And Van Broussard, again, I Got Loaded. And that goes on from there. You can find that thread at thebarbecuecentral.com in the general discussion section under what are the best blues and Q tunes. So, Bill, hopefully that gives you a running list of where to start. Don't forget, next segment, we have Fred Bernardo from fredsmusicandbbq.com. And the fourth segment tonight, we have Know Your Q, better known, I guess, nowadays as a barbecue password for your chance to win a 2-pack of Swamp Sauce barbecue sauce. That's at swampsauce.com. I did get an email saying that the call-in number on the Barbecue Central homepage is still the 818 number. So perhaps I'm not as high-ranking as I thought. 216-220-0966 for those that are scoring at home. A lot of people have asked me what I use for dry rub. Well, let me tell you. I get dry rub quite a bit, unsolicited, sent to my house by people that are looking to get into the barbecue rub business, by people that are looking to get my opinion on if it's something that's worth taking to market or potentially looking at the next level. And let me tell you what I use. And this is adapted from the Stephen Reichland's Barbecue Bible, the sauces, rubs, and marinades, which I believe came out in 2000. And you can use this on just about any red meat, poultry, or even the stronger fish, such as a salmon, if you will. I'm not a salmon fan. Quarter cup coarse salt, either kosher or sea salt. I prefer kosher salt. Quarter cup packed dark brown sugar. Quarter cup paprika. 3 tablespoons of freshly ground black pepper. 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic or garlic powder. I prefer garlic powder. 1 tablespoon of dried onion flakes. 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, depending on what your heat palette is. And 1/2 teaspoon of celery seeds. Combine all these ingredients into a bowl and stir until they're thoroughly mixed. Then you transfer to a jar or some other type of airtight container. Cover and store at room temperature in a cool, dark cupboard away from the heat and light. This, assuming all your rubs and spices or your all your spices are fresh when you use them or when you're making them. The rub will keep for about 1 month and roughly makes about a cup. So if you want to make more than 1 cup, double the recipe. Makes 2 cups. I can do the math. I thought last week's guest really brought a whole new dynamic to the show because it inspired a number of emails that were both kind of for and against having somebody talk about wine and barbecue. And there were a number of people that piled on me in the barbecue forum about what does wine and barbecue have to do together and so on and so forth, along with some other very mean names that they called me. But nevertheless, I believe people need to open up, and this is why the show is perhaps a little bit different than what, well, I don't think there's any other, well, I'm going to say something I was almost wrong. There is one other barbecue show that is on the air out in the Northwest, but I've never heard of it before. But I did correspond with the gentleman that hosts that last week, so there is one other barbecue show, but I don't know if that one actually looks to expand the scope of what barbecue is all about. So I've received a number of emails from people talking about or asking me in private, who I will not divulge, that they wanted to know what wine to pair with their barbecue because it was mandated by a competition. So I wanted to help them spread the knowledge, spread the love of wine, and be able to potentially boost their scores in competition because that's what it's all about. So if you liked Gary or you didn't like him, you can't deny that he wasn't a dominating personality. Plus, he seems to know a little bit about Jets football as well. All right, when we come back, we'll have Fred Bernardo on to talk about the Big Green Egg accessories and some of his other stuff. 216-220-0966. BBQ Central Radio at gmail.com. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue and grilling product on the market, with its unmatched capabilities and flexibility that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can literally cook any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. The Big Green Egg lights fast, and it's ready to cook on within 10 minutes, and no need for that yucky lighter fluid. The ceramic walls retain heat with an accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And since the top is down while you're cooking, there are no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, unique, and decorative design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the world-class customer service and the lifetime warranty that goes along with every unit. You can find out more about the Big Green Egg by visiting their website at biggreenegg.com. That's biggreenegg.com. The Big Green Egg, the most versatile and unique barbecue and grilling product on the market.
Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at Fred's Music and BBQ.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries every single part and accessory for the egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Then check out our full lineup of Traeger smoker grills. Fred also carries Pro Q barbecue, Bradley, and Weber smokers, as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new cooker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your your barbecue and grilling experience a success. Fred is a direct retailer of companies that sponsor the Barbecue Central show, like Wolf Rub Barbecue Seasonings and the folks at the Barbecue Guru. But you can also get your hands on a full lineup of spices, rubs, and sauces to marinades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools by Stephen Reichland of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful downtown Shillington, Pennsylvania. What's the one thing that the most successful competition barbecue cooking teams in catering business have in common? They all go to Patrick Carlson and Hotspot Graphics for their logos. And you can too by visiting bbqlogos.com, where you can get a custom-made logo for your barbecue competition cooking team or catering business. Each logo is made to order with original artwork created from initial concept sketch to final logo. Hit Patrick up at bbqlogos.com or call him at 229-247-4601. bbqlogos.com.
Hi, this is Jeff Richards, Columbus, Ohio. You're listening to Barbecue Central.
The phone lines are open on the Barbecue Central Show.
Barbecue Central Show.
Call 216-220-0966 to get on the air. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
Welcome back. It's the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio. BBQ Central Radio at gmail.com is the email, 216-220-0966, number to call in. As promised, joining me now is the proprietor of Fred's Music and BBQ, or Fred's Music and Barbecue in Shillington, Pennsylvania, Fred Bernardo. Fred, how you doing tonight?
Great, Greg. How about yourself?
Can't complain for being bailed out again for the second week by Stephen Reichland, but we'll make do. I appreciate you filling in for me tonight on short notice.
That's okay. He's a real busy guy, you know.
Evidently. Too busy for the Barbecue Central Show.
If you ever took a look at those books he writes, he spends a lot of time on those things. But, well, what are you going to do?
No doubt about it. So I wanted to have you on tonight because you're obviously a retailer of any number of large amount of barbecue paraphernalia, cookers and accessories and rubs and sauces and whatnot. So obviously, as the commercial had just stated, your egg heads. So my first question tonight would be concerning the Big Green Egg. What are the top three accessories that you're selling out of Fred's Music and BBQ? What are the three most popular items?
Well, you know, I think that the top three egg accessories, it depends exactly how far you go on it, but plate setters, you know, when you use a Big Green Egg to convert it to indirect cooking, you use a thing called a plate setter, sort of a ceramic baffle that goes in the egg, and I don't know if it's really an accessory, although it isn't, you don't get it with the egg when you buy the egg. So those by far are the number one seller. We sell hundreds of them, and everybody that has an egg gets a plate setter, and frankly, if you drop it one time, it cracks, so you're buying another one. Usually you go through a couple. I'm on about my third or fourth one. But that's certainly the number one accessory. And after that, I would say probably baking stones, you know, pizza stones. And then maybe it'd be a tie for their extended grid, which is a raised, it's sort of another cooking grid, but on little fold-down legs. Because, you know, in the egg, you got to do everything vertically. You got to sort of be like a vertical engineer, I always say. And the cast iron grids are becoming very popular, the cast iron cooking grates.
Now, I know a few people that have just come across or they've just purchased Big Green Eggs in their house. The diffuser plate that you had talked about right off at the top, what's the difference between that and a pizza stone as far as what it's made out of and what the exact use is for?
Well, you know, the plate setter, which you call the diffuser, I call a baffle. You know, I come from the audio angle, so I'm thinking of baffles. But anyway, it's called a plate setter. Is made out of ceramic, and Big Green Egg's pizza stone, it appears to be the same material. I mean, you know, I don't really know. I'm not a ceramic engineer or a ceramic person, but it appears to be the same material. But when you set the egg up for pizza, the recommended setup is to actually put the plate setter legs down so it's raised almost level with the opening, you know, with the bottom of the top of the base, the opening. And then the real egg heads, the way we do it is we put our three little ceramic feet that came with our egg, and then we lay the baking stone on top of those. So it kind of gives it an elevation of about another, like an airspace.
Right.
which accomplishes two things. It gives an airspace that kind of lets air circulate completely around the baking stone. But another thing it does that I think is even more important, it raises the baking stone higher than the lip on the front of the egg. So when you go in there with your pizza peel to put your pizza on and off, you don't have a chance of gouging that gasket, which the gasket is the Achilles heel of the whole system.
Right.
So that works really good. It gets it up a little higher, another inch higher. I think that's the most important part of doing it that way. But I've been in a pinch where I've just thrown my pizzas right on the plate setter, and they always get great in the egg. So that's kind of hard to mess them up.
As far as somebody that has just bought a Big Green Egg and they just have the standard cooking grate, would you recommend that they get a diffuser before they would do something like a pork butt or a brisket, or is it okay to just go ahead and throw a pork butt or a brisket on there directly over the coals?
Yeah, I've never cooked either of those direct on any cooker, so I think they definitely want to get a plate setter. And if you look on my website, and I don't want to talk too much about that, but I have on the recipes and cooking section, I have pictures of every single possible way to set that thing up inside the egg for different applications. And for a brisket or like any kind of barbecue, you would put the plate setter, the diffuser, legs up, which gives you a space for a drip pan. You put an aluminum drip pan, then the cooking grate, and then the meat on top of that. So it works really excellent that way. It circulates the smoke and the heat 360 degrees around the meat, and you have radiant heat off the ceramics, and it just all pushes the juices inside the piece of meat. So it's really the way to go.
Now, I'm just getting an email here from Bill again, who has a Vermont Castings grill. Evidently, he has trouble getting replacement parts for it. Is that something that you warehouse or inventory at all?
We don't inventory those per se, but they should be available from any Vermont Castings dealer. I mean, we can probably get them, but I must tell you, I'm not real well versed in those things. Mostly a charcoal guy. Have some Vermont Castings grills that we sell every now and then, but I don't know if we're the guys or not, but if there's a local Vermont Castings dealer, or contact them, or, if you can't figure it out, get in touch with me by telephone or email, and I can see what I can track down. But I must say, it's not my forte it's not the thing I have expertise in.
Now, you've tried out for some cooking shows here and there. Do you have a recipe that you would like to share with us tonight?
Well, nothing special, but I've been doing a lot of cooking, here in Pennsylvania. When we have beautiful weather, we take advantage of it, and we stay outside and we cook outside. So I'll tell you, just in the last few days, today I cooked some really beautiful salmon fillets with sort of a jalapeno mojo sauce on top, which we just had for dinner tonight. I made some jalapeno cheese bread yesterday, which is a really nice thing. A lot of these recipes I have on my website. Did a couple pork butts the day before that. My buddy was here visiting me, and he took a couple pork butts home with him back to Syracuse, New York. Did ribs the other night for my daughter-in-law and son. So, we do all the standard things, and every now and then I try and stretch it out a little too, maybe something a little different.
Something that's kind of been making the rounds here on the internet is the first, visual look at the new 22.5-inch Weber Smoky Mountain. Have you seen it? Have you had your hands on one? And have you been hearing as much buzz as I have seen around the internet?
I got to tell you, I've been so busy I haven't been hearing any buzz. I haven't been on any forums, even your own, in probably a week. Just, this time of the year for us, a lot of people get eggs and Traegers and just grills in general, and our orders, we have so many orders that we've just been going kind of crazy. But I had heard that it was going to be a 24-inch cooker, and I heard that from ProQ people, but I can tell you, whatever size it is, ProQ will have a stacker for it as soon as we have one of those units in our hands.
I've seen it on, of course, the virtualweberbullet.com. I believe that's the website, and that's, the website is really geared towards that specific cooker, although I believe Weber kind of travels that as one of their non-paid or non-commissioned marketing type tools.
I don't know about that, but I know that's a place to go for Weber information, that's for sure.
Exactly. So the guy that owns that site, the site administrator, actually shot some video of it and stood them next to each other. And I'm telling you, it's certainly what everybody had been begging for. 24 inches, I'm sure, would have been even better as far as cooks are concerned. But then I had also heard that they are stretching the one-touch kettle gold from 22.5 inches out to 26 inches as well. So looks like Weber is starting to get bigger in the circumference and the radius, not only on the low Weber Smoky Mountain heat side, but also into the the more direct kettle-type grills as well. So is that something that you think you'll be getting your hands on at some point then?
Well, I'm sure we will. I mean, I sell all the Weber products, and I got to tell you, even with the 20-inch XL that we're selling now that we have in stock, that's starting to be, as far as the bullet smoker goes, that's starting to be a pretty large and pretty heavy unit. I don't know how far they're going to want to make, how much bigger they're going to want to make those things, because I got to tell you, I couldn't imagine wanting one any bigger, but I guess, America, bigger is better, too big is just right,
Getting a email in from Diva Q up in Barrie, Ontario, Canada, asking how your sales for the Traeger Junior are.
I haven't sold any, and as a matter of fact, I haven't gotten any in stock yet. But it's on my pile right here in front of me on my desk to get moving on that.
What? Give us a little insight about that cooker.
Let me see if I can find it. It's sort of a tailgating. I'm going to look as I'm talking to you. Sort of looks to me like it's aimed for the tailgating crowd. Here it is, right here. Okay, it's the BBQ 055. It's their smallest grill ever. It's smaller than the Little Tex Junior, and it's perfect for tailgating or maybe college or a second grill for vacation homes. It kind of folds up like you can get a tailgater kit for it, and you can get legs for it here. It's 19 inches by 15 inches as far as the grill size go, and it weighs 76 pounds. And, you do need electric for it, so that's kind of one of the little drawbacks with Traegers, but, as long as you have an electrical outlet, you're in really good shape.
And it is a pellet-fired grill, then?
It's exactly the same setup as the Little Tex and their other grills, yes. Just has 3 setups, low, medium, and high. Dump your pellets in, plug it in, turn it on, and you're happening. And they work really good,
Fred, give us the website so we can go buy all of your stuff right now.
That would be great. We are at www.fredsmusicandbbq.com. And, Greg, I got to tell you, if you go to my website right now, I'm in beautiful Shillington, Pennsylvania, and we had our 100th anniversary over the weekend.
Awesome.
And we had Ben Franklin there, and I interviewed Ben Franklin. I have about a 15-second video right on my website that you might get a kick out of.
Centralites will go to fredsmusicandbbq.com and see you and Ben Franklin from the dead.
You got to go see it, Greg. Thanks a lot, man.
Take care, Fred. We'll have you on again soon.
Bye-bye.
Fred Bernardo, fredsmusicandbbq.com. When we come back, I'm a little over, but that's all right. We will be talking about barbecue passwords. Stand by.
The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue and grilling product on the market, with its unmatched capabilities and flexibility that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can literally cook any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. The Big Green Egg lights fast, and it's ready to cook on within 10 minutes, and no need for that yucky lighter fluid. The ceramic walls retain heat with an accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And since the top is down while you're cooking, there are no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, unique, and decorative design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the world-class customer service and the lifetime warranty that goes along with every unit. You can find out more about the Big Green Egg by visiting their website at biggreenegg.com. That's biggreenegg.com. The Big Green Egg, the most versatile and unique barbecue and grilling product on the market.
Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at fredsmusicandbbq.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries every single part and accessory for the egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Then check out our full lineup of Traeger smoker grills. Fred also carries Pro Q Barbecue, Bradley, and Weber smokers, as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new cooker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue and grilling experience a success. Fred is a direct retailer of companies that sponsor the Barbecue Central show, like Wolfra Barbecue Seasonings and the folks at the Barbecue Guru. But you can also get your hands on a full lineup of spices, rubs, and sauces to marinades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools by Stephen Reichland of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful downtown Shillington, Pennsylvania.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker, Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tall Boy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at TheBarbecueGuru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
What's the one thing that the most successful competition barbecue cooking teams in catering business have in common? They all go to Patrick Carlson and Hotspot Graphics for their logos. And you can too by visiting bbqlogos.com, where you can get a custom-made logo for your barbecue competition cooking team or catering business. Each logo is made to order with original artwork created from initial concept sketch to final logo. Hit Patrick up at bbqlogos.com or call him at 229-247-4601. bbqlogos.com.
The phone lines are open on the Barbecue Central Show.
Barbecue Central Show.
Call 216-220-0966 to get on the air. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
LA Talk Radio, it's the Barbecue Central Show on your Tuesday evening. Happy to have you aboard. Thanks to Fred Bernardo for coming on. You can find out more about all of his items at Fred's Music and BBQ.com. 216-220-0966. BBQ Central Radio at gmail.com if you're so inclined to call in tonight. Email from Paul in Michigan. This is what I love about barbecue people. Brand loyalty knows no bounds. For instance, Paul saying, Pro Q sucks ass. Tell him to stack this. Yeah, obviously he's a Pro Q dealer, but he's a Weber dealer as well. Perhaps not as... he's perhaps not as... I'm not going to say he's not faithful to Weber, but... Nevertheless, we continue on, so I always think it's funny that people that love one brand or another always seem to find time to make sure that they add their 2 cents in. We go to area code 330, Barbecue Central Show, name and where you're calling. Oh, I'm sorry, we go to Cleveland, Chris in Seatown. Welcome to the Barbecue Central Show.
Yeah, hi, Greg. 5-time listener, 5-time caller. How you doing?
Wait, I got something for that. Turn your radio down.
My radio is down.
Go ahead.
Well, Greg, I think you know that I love the show. I hardly miss a week. It's by far the best barbecue radio show on Tuesdays that I listen to. But I got to be honest with you. I have a problem, and it's with this Sam character in California. A few weeks ago, he was responsible for us missing an entire show. Then last week, during your spectacular interview with Gary Vandelay, there was a skip in the audio. And now this week, the 818 number is still on the website. Every week, I have to write down the 216 number so I know the number to call in, and I'm getting a little sick of it. So what I'd like to suggest is that you give out his contact information and let the Centralites bang that monkey until he gets his beep together. And I did just beep myself because I know Sam can't do it until he gets his act together. War Porky Pig Barbecue, War Spatchcock, and I'm out.
Chris, thank you for calling in. A few things I'd like to address on that. One, I'm not so concerned about the phone number on the webpage. To be completely honest, there has to be a large amount of work to actually have to go in through the back of the server, to go in, write the HTML, to change that page. Quite frankly, I'm using words I don't even know what they're about. So I could be not so concerned about that at all. I don't even care about that. Secondly, as far as missing Steven Reichlin 2 weeks ago, that was not Sam's fault at all. That was the host prior to me, and there are certain routines that are supposed to be followed, and the host left without doing the last part of the routine, the most important part of the routine. Nevertheless, not Sam's fault. So Sam not on the hook for that one. And I will not give out his contact information. I like Sam. Me and Sam go way back to February. So Sam is good to me. I am good to Sam. And he is a great quote unquote monkey to work for, as you put it. So if you're not a Jim Rome fan, you probably have no idea what that means. But nevertheless, that is not a derogatory term. I think Sam does a great job, and he allows me to go on here and do what it is that I do. Okay, as far as last week, I have no idea what that audio hookup is. It recorded clean on my end. This is technology, folks. Things are going to happen regardless. The way I do the show here versus the way the show is actually done in Los Angeles is completely different. I don't go to a studio and talk into stuff that is already set up by him. I'm doing it here in Cleveland. I am generating a signal that goes out of my computer tower that he taps into and then kind of relays back out to the world. So, with that being said, first caller right now wins PD River Swamp Sauce Barbecue Sauce, 216-220-0966. 216-220-0966. First caller in will win PD River Swamp Sauce. And time is running thin because I have decided to flap my gums instead of get right into the meat of this. Pardon me. I'm dying over here. Because I've decided to flap my gums instead of getting into the meat of this segment, which, of course, is the giveaway segment, the free segment, the PD River Swamp Sauce Barbecue segment, and I am really up against time here. So 216-220-0966. Just call in. Just say, I want the sauce, and you will win. We have 4 more weeks graciously donated by Tim Patton over at PD River Swamp Sauce. So we will go now to area code 586. Name and where you're calling from.
It's Paul from Michigan, Greg.
Hey, Paul. How are you?
Not bad. How you doing, bro?
So you think Fred isn't so partial to the Weber product? Or you don't think Fred is more? You don't think Fred is so partial to the Weber product?
Oh, throw me a curve, huh? It didn't sound like it to me.
So what are you saying?
Very unfair, Greg. I called to win some free sauce.
That's what I'm talking about. You said you wanted to win free sauce, so free sauce it is for Paul.
All right.
So what you want to do is go ahead and email me your delivery information, and I will get that right off to Tim Patton at Swamp Sauce, and you get 2 bottles of that. Have you had Swamp Sauce barbecue sauce?
Sounds great, Matt. No, but I've never tried it before. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm telling you, it is some of the best sauce I've ever had.
I'm looking forward to it. I hope to try it soon here.
In the history of ever. So give me your email, and we'll get you set up.
Definitely. Thanks for throwing me that curve, Greg.
All right, Paul. Take care. We go to area code 941, Barbecue Central Radio. Name and where you're calling from.
This is Connie, and I'm calling from Florida.
Connie, go ahead.
I want some free sauce.
We just gave it away to Paul from Michigan.
Oh, no. I've survived a tropical storm. I should get some sauce.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll try again next time.
Connie, thanks for calling in.
Bye.
You got to be listening, and you got to be on the ball. That's what I'm saying. Sorry. We're out of time. And that's going to do it for me tonight. I want to thank Fred Bernardo for calling in and talking about web accessories. Thoughts about the new Weber that'll be coming out, so forth. Thanks to the callers and the emailers, Diva Q, Paul, Chris, Bill, If I forgot anybody, I apologize. Thanks to my sound guy in South Central California, Los Angeles, Sam Hassan. Don't forget to stay tuned after me at 10 o'clock. Broad Topics. Tonight they'll be talking about natural disasters. So, stay tuned for that. That's at 10 o'clock. We'll see you back here next Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. For the Barbecue Central Show, this is your program host, Greg Rempe. Good night now. Going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at Fred's Music and BBQ.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries every single part and accessory for the egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Then check out our full lineup of Traeger smoker grills. Fred also carries Pro Q Barbecue, Bradley, and Weber smokers, as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new cooker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue and grilling experience a success. Fred is a direct retailer of companies that sponsor the Barbecue Central Show, like Wolf Rub Barbecue Seasonings and the folks at the Barbecue Guru. But you can also get your hands on a full lineup of spices, rubs, and sauces to marinades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools by Stephen Reichland of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful downtown Chillington, Pennsylvania.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue and grilling product on the market, with its unmatched capabilities and flexibility that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can literally cook any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. The Big Green Egg lights fast, and it's ready to cook on within 10 minutes, and no need for that yucky lighter fluid. The ceramic walls retain heat with an accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And since the top is down while you're cooking, there are no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, unique, and decorative design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the world-class customer service and the lifetime warranty that goes along with every unit. You can find out more about the Big Green Egg by visiting their website at biggreenegg.com. That's biggreenegg.com. The Big Green Egg, the most versatile and unique barbecue and grilling product on the market.
What's the one thing that the most successful competition barbecue cooking teams in catering business have in common? They all go to Patrick Carlson at Hotspot Graphics for their logos. And you can too by visiting bbqlogos.com, where you can get a custom-made logo for your barbecue competition cooking team or catering business. Each logo is made to order with original artwork created from initial concept sketch to final logo. Hit Patrick up at bbqlogos.com or call him at 229-247-4601. bbqlogos.com.